Hello! Class here, Card Revolution. In the last part, we made it to what may be the final mission. Maybe not. Maybe the game's just trolling me again. Commander, you have to go. You have to make sure Kranz is going to search for his father and head him off, and you couldn't stop him before the morgue explosion. Okay. What do you have to say? I know what? Oh, you really liked Kranz. And so you joined because he joined... And as long as you're near, you're fine, even if you're not a couple. The man himself! Hey! Listen, you are thinking about going out and saving Pops, even though he may already be dead, but you believe he's still alive. Could I deploy you to the Great Shadow? That'll be the last thing you ask, please. You are amused. Don't tell those two about this. When those two were still arguing, you said to them, may end up dying soon. Shock therapy, you could say. You didn't lie to them. Everybody dies eventually. At least they fell for it so easily. They are kids after all. Shouted teacher, don't die. Okay. Alright. So that would be Memoru and girl. Viviana. Yes. Oh, chainsword. Is that like in Warhammer? 40k, that is. Item. It is. It has stats and whoa, heavy item. Uses 2 action points to move 1 block. Major Slayer, ability trap. Prevents an opponent character from using any special ability. Action cards can be used normally. Okay. Abilities like Guard Creature, Rampage, Pierce that apply before the battle begins are unaffected. So what ability would it help you with? I guess if Sword Guard is an ability. Or like if there's some ability that is like the opposite of Weak Hit Guard, blocks strong hits. Or, I mean, with sufficient defense card application, maybe you do want to get through Weak Hit Guard. But, I mean, it has 4 base attack power, so that's not as likely. Oh, me. You're thinking about going to that place, the place Drake learned about and the information Kranz has, leads to the same location. Just confirm that. If you go there's nothing there, then that's fine. If it's a trap, well, we're already trapped here. I've been a big help to you, and you feel it's a pity to part with you. But you're afraid... Oh! You plan to take on the Great Shadow yourself because it's tough or something. Things dangerous and the infection could wind up spreading, so before everyone else arrives you have to eliminate it yourself. Do I understand? What do you have more to say about that? Can't help but wonder if that's what you were born to do. You feel like everything up to now has been for this moment. Don't worry, you'll use everything you've cultivated to now, and with that you'll eliminate the Great Shadow from the world. So it seems like pretty much everyone wants to go. Well, actually, like, I think 3 people have spoken for it now? Something like that. Okay, you've blazed your own trail, and you have nothing left to say. Just the way you did the Great Shadow. It's your first and last request. As someone searching for the path. Silpher would be my favorite deck. I'm gonna inspect the mission, though. After I realize where the mission is. You know, it's perfectly fine to have not learned where the mission place is by now. Everybody messes up once or twice or, you know, on the final mission. So... Okay, thanks to your effort, we've discovered the location of the Great Shadow. Your career is depending on this. You've already sent out several of your staff, but you've lost contact. Man, that was a terrible idea. Whoa, small map. Changes are made to the rules. 20 seconds per phase and 20 character hit points. Interesting. Pollux is the name of the enemy, apparently. I know, we've seen Silpher a lot lately. Let's go with Relmatos. He's a pretty awesome guy. I presume you're already aware of the Great Shadow's power. If you can bring back information about it, we'll be able to get a substantial reward. Therefore, it's of utmost importance that you conduct your investigation as discreetly as possible and without alerting any other research groups. So, I didn't want to take Orland because he's bad. Wow, that intro. I've definitely never seen that before. Definitely not human, Newman, or android, though. Whoa! 55 hit points! She probably can't block herself in any way. Or, I mean, block, like, attacks. Block for herself. I do want to change this hand. It had no spells. What? Oh! Ultimate JP growth. That's what was going on. So we want to end this fast. I hope 20 seconds is enough to read all her stuff. Alright, well, I only rolled a 2. I can't even set anything. This is awful already. Okay. Anti-abnormality, ultimate growth, weak hit block times pierce. Okay, so, yeah. During defense, blocks 3 or less damage, and after 8 turns, pierce happens. That's kind of mean. I guess I want to move up and be aggressive, but I don't have anything set. I'll probably take a lot of damage to my story character. Man, this is already the worst thing. I don't have any 2s in my opening hand. She's only got, well, 3 attack power now. And I think I'm far enough away that she can't attack me from here. I don't know why I moved to the side, actually. I could have just stayed where I was and been the same number of spaces away. Or does she have, like, a ranged attack at all? Ah, nice, 6s. Those are not 1s and 2s. Okay, she actually has the L shape, so this is, like, quite possibly the tactically worst place I could have decided to stand. You're either attacking or losing, so I'm going to step forward and attack. A spell... would deal more damage because my TP's high. Why did I choose a character that, takes so much thinking? It's like 20 seconds time limit, so let's choose the character that I have to periodically check my own stats to see what they still are. Toss that, I don't want it. Oh man, her deck's probably entirely action cards as well. Or maybe she just doesn't have a deck. Maybe she's just a big stat growing thing and that's the whole challenge.
Defense.
Yeah, let's use that, I guess. Reduction had the same effect as dodge, effectively. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get any dice bonus this battle. 1 through 6 is all I get. Okay, what am I most interested in having set? I do want to set something. Demonic Fork, TP Assist, or Dark Halfguard. She's probably not dark, but, I don't know. I arbitrarily made a decision. I can't move and attack, but I can attack where I'm standing.
Defense.
And physical attack's my high stat. Oh yeah, guard. I feel like this battle is going to spiral out of control. Toss that. Okay, so assuming she doesn't break one of my weapons, the plan is Zond with the staff. Okay, I want to move back, Zond with the staff, swing the Diska. I think that's the most damage I can deal if I get a 4 or higher to be able to actually do it. Guard that. Devil Wimpy. I wish I had the time to look at that card, but I may not. Oh yeah, I can't even pull up the start thing now. Oh, it reduced the attack power to 0. Okay, that tells me everything I need to know about that card. Still don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I still pulled up the menu. Okay, so change of plans. I cast Zond where I stand and swing the Devil Fork. And yeah, TP's high, so I do this first.
Defense.
Weak hit block would be really awful if she like kept destroying your stuff and yeah. My base attack power is only 3 when my attack power is high. Although since there is deck loop on in this battle, it's not like you'll run out of cards forever. Wait, turn 8 Pierce activates. I'll like basically die if it gets to that. Oh, wait. It's on already. What? Maybe I really do need to read what that card did. Battle history. Oh, nice. I think I have as much time as I want on... Oh, produces various effects depending on the dice roll at the time of the attack. Alright, that doesn't tell me anything. Yeah, you can't open the Z menu? Well... wait a minute. Damn. I don't have a good thing to do on this turn. Well, on the dice phase, but you can't open the start menu on the dice phase. Both my weapons have no attack power at the moment. This is extremely awful. Yeah, I don't think I can make a good enough Realm of Toast deck now. Not for this battle. I needed Silpher. Skip move. I assume that means there's no move phase? Wait. I didn't get attacked? Not like they really need to. Yeah, my attack power is high at the moment, except it's gonna get weak hit blocked. But this does allow me to at least swap my stats around the other way. Dodge is not worth keeping around anymore. Inflation. Action cost increase. Using any card costs 1 more action point, but cost for basic actions that do not use cards remains the same. Alright, yeah, reduce that. Blocks 4 damage. So I probably have 2 more turns to deal 34 damage, which is just not happening. Although, she might waste her turns again. My AP's high, but I can move back 1 and swing this to get my stats changed around, and then cast the spell through this. Wait, did my weapon's attack power return to normal? Yeah, it has a listed attack power again. Toss everything, I need spells. Barda! Okay. So if I can do the same thing next turn and she doesn't block it at all, that's 13 damage.
Defense.
Oh! Heavy attack. I did not get another turn. It just has 5 attack power. I can't even guard that though? Why not? I have the cost for it. I do lose. Okay, so let's not be Relmatos. I think that's what I learned there. Dead count. Yes, your death count is 1. Or rather, your kill count. My death count is 1. 2 cards for losing. They're not new. They're also both monsters. Except I think I already had 3 of at least one of those 2. Yep, game over. I should have probably just quit out once I realized it was over, but I guess I wanted those 2 cards. So, now you get to see me load the game back up. I don't often show the title screen, so I might as well leave this in, I guess. See, it will have saved that I talked to everyone, and that I got the chainsword. Again, we just run right, straight to the mission. We see that fancy animation again. And then I deal stupid amounts of damage with Silpher. Hopefully. I mean, the weapon attack power to 0 basically completely prevents my ability to deal damage, unless I have an action card to use. Deck selection, don't need to look at the rules again. I mean, I was gonna try to use someone other than Silpher, but Relmatos let me down. What? I finally found it. This is it. This emblem. It's Sophia's emblem. Alright, so Relmatos, you don't even get a story thing for being picked. It looks like Break, I think. Oh, you remember. Break and Sophia. That day you were worried about Sophia and Break, so you followed them, and then Sophia's own vaccine was used on you. Destroyed your happiness for Sophia and everyone. I'll destroy the Great Shadow. Remember it all. Alright. And now we're back here. And it's apparently not skippable. I can bring up the on-screen keyboard. Whee! Oh. Alright. The on-screen keyboard. Oh, am I gonna go first? Excellent. His hand is acceptable. Yes. Now let's not roll a 2 on the first round, although even if I did, I could at least set something. Or a 2 and a 1, because I mean, oh, really? Well, at least I can set something. I don't have all 3s in my hand. Maybe the opponent will move at me. That would be pretty cool. I don't want the shield because once Heavy Pierce is on, then I'm not going to be able to get rid of the shield, and it'll just be taking up 2 of my limit. I think having as many weapons as I can will be better. So that's a lot of range that Devil Whim has. I think it was 4 blocks of range? So I guess she didn't approach me. Maybe she won't have another though. Another round just setting up stuff could be good. Oh, I could at least move 2 at her. I think I would rather do that than stand here and hope that she comes at me. I'm not going to set the shield for the reason that I mentioned already.
Action.
Toss the shield. Ah, nice. Slash. I was hoping for an attack action of some kind.
Change.
Alright, come at me, bro. I don't want to have to use a movement point to get to attack you next turn.
Defense.
I don't have enough stuff to defend. That's unfortunate. Rolled a 1 on my defense action points and had only 2s for cards. Even a dodge would have saved the weapon.
Change.
Oh well.
Dice.
It's fine.
Set.
Still set this slash and attack
Action.
with the rest of my weapons. Don't know if the order will matter.
Defense.
I think the only case where it matters is if she has reduce. Then you would want your strongest hit to go not first. Alright. That was highly acceptable amounts of damage that turn.
Draw.
I'll keep that.
Change.
I could have probably tossed a defense card.
Defense.
What? What does that do? Targets me directly. 0 or Shadow Bind. 0 damage. Reduces my movement. Okay. I'm fine with that. I'm shadow bound.
Change. Dice.
But like, where would I move to? There's nowhere to move to. At least nowhere good. Yeah, look, I'm totally bound.
Action.
So if this
Defense.
doesn't get blocked at all, it's 15 damage. I could use another 2-cost weapon. So I like that so far I've only used cards that you start the game with.
Draw.
Yeah, let's get this Monkey King bar out, because there's nothing to kill to make it grow. So apparently I'm holding only defense cards.
Change.
Hopefully I'll get to use one, and then between turns I'll draw a 2-cost weapon. That'd be pretty ideal.
Defense.
Yeah, let's guard that. Produces various effects depending on the roll. What does 4 do? I don't know. It's the 4 effect.
Change. Dice. Set.
Hey, I did get a 2-cost weapon. Although it has 1 less attack power than everything else I'm wielding.
Action.
Ah, nice. I should use this first in case of a reduce.
Defense.
Alright, goes through. I'm not sure tossing high-cost things as Realmatos would have really helped me that much. Wait. Oh! The attack power of this weapon was set to 0. I didn't notice. Wait, and this one? I'm still feeling fine about this battle. I simply hadn't noticed anything was going on with my weapon's attack power, though, because normally when something gets attack power reduced, it shows like the little attack power bar draining. and I didn't see that. Maybe they have some other weird status effect on, like maybe the third attack and up are reduced in power or something. Alright, well, it looks like she stopped hitting my weapons and instead is hitting me, so I don't have to worry about my weapons breaking. I should... Huh, my partisan's my only one with any attack power.
Action.
In order to benefit from my base attack power the most, I should use action cards with my reduced weapons. I think that's the most damage I can possibly do. I guess I could have... No. Could I have swung the thing with 3 attack power first to see if she would waste a defensive card? I don't know if I had enough action points. I feel like she's drawing fewer defensive cards this battle. I think I've only gotten defended against once. Alright, long arm's worthless. I'll hold on to the dodge. Alright, stab, that's good. That'll allow me to definitely deal damage next turn.
Change.
Well, I mean, unless I get defensive carded.
Defense.
I was just checking briefly whether there was any status effect that was visible on me directly. Alright, my partisan still has attack power, so that's good. I get 2 opportunities to deal 2 damage. Oh yeah, assuming I rolled high enough, which I did. Can't do anything on the set phase, don't want to do anything on the move phase. I'm probably not bound anymore, but I don't care to check.
Defense.
Alright, got him! Whoom, whoom, whoom! I think partisans make it sound like womb. Actually, a lot of the beam melee weapons do. Wow. That is a pretty large amount of shadow you've got going on there. I might describe it as great. Loading screen's dark too. Alright, 70 expa. Tarquin's been saying EXP is expa a lot lately, as he's been playing Soul Blazer. Cross Slay, alright. Hits in a cross and had +1 attack. I don't know what a red slicer does. It might just be a stat weapon. We've got some stuff going on. I like the extra stab, and we've got some guns that probably have a cool passive. Okay, red slicer, machine half guard, native influence. Temporarily loses 2 AP if the opponent attacker is a native creature. That's weird. So it's not when it's attacking a native creature. If it's a native creature strikes this. Okay. TP loss and explosion. TP of the story character equipping this is set to 0. No effect on mag and action card increases. And explosion inflicts 1 damage to all characters that are within 1 block of this card. If this card is destroyed, damages all equipped items on Hunterside characters. Interesting. And cross slay, it's an attack action with a cool hit area. Oh, just credits. No ending. And it's even... Wait, it's not quite the title screen theme. The initial voice sounded pretty similar. So, I guess, what did I think of this game? I don't know, it was kind of weak, to be honest. I guess I just feel like the distinction between different cards often wasn't interesting. Like, if you knew what your opponent was gonna have, you could certainly, like, counter-build against them pretty well. Because there were things like Native Slayer and stuff. I don't know. A lot of passives, though, generally seemed not good enough to make up for the loss in stats. And I feel like that was a huge problem throughout the game. Like, Sylphur was clearly the best character because she didn't have any passives, she was just built around stats. Maybe things are more interesting on the Arcs side, but this was a Heroside playthrough. I mean, there were some strategic considerations during battle, usually around what cards to play, rather than, like, positioning. My positioning was generally just run at the enemy, because that's what you have to do. I mean, it's not like you're gonna beat an Arcs player without moving at them. Well, unless they stupidly move at you. That happens sometimes. Yeah, the AI wasn't great. A lot of the enemy decks weren't great. I often didn't feel pressure to actually have to make my decks good. I just had to throw in a bunch of weapons and that was fine. Well, and make sure I had my defensive cards into a few action cards to be able to spend once I was at the item limit. Or rather the total value limit of items. I don't know, deck building just didn't feel that interesting, and the gameplay just didn't feel that interesting. So, yeah, I probably won't be finishing this game. If somebody requests the Arcs story, then I'll do it. Otherwise, I'm just moving on. Next up is a project that I haven't said what it is. There'll be vampires. That's a new clue that I haven't said before. Maybe that makes it more or less interesting. The other things I've mentioned were that it's a GBA game, and I referenced it in my Aquaria run, and that's all I've said about it. Oh, and that it had stealth elements. That's important. I think that rules out Castlevania, even though vampires are involved. Although, some enemies do have to notice you before they start acting. But, no, it's not Castlevania. Is there anything else I want to say about it? I think a lot of people have heard of it without actually knowing the name. Yeah. Oh, hey, Sonic Team, the credits must be almost over. No more hints. There's probably something after the credits, I would hope. Because that was not a conclusion. It was the enemy falls over, the end. Maybe the conclusion's supposed to be in the true story after you beat both stories. Who wants that? I killed a boss. I should get something besides a booster pack and 70 experience. Oh, hey, something's going on. That's good. That's what I was hoping for. Okay, nothing's going on. Never mind. It showed me a thing briefly, then I didn't know what it was. Yeah. That's it. It's done. You gotta beat both stories. But, no. Maybe I'll play it on my own, but I don't know. I felt like it was weak as a game to LP. I hope I made it good anyway. Anyway. See ya.